Freddie Mercury legacy. Continued popularity. The extent to which Mercury's death may have enhanced Queen's popularity is not clear. In the United States, where Queen's popularity had lagged in the 1980s, sales of Queen albums went up dramatically in 1992, the year following his death. In 1992, one American critic noted, "What cynics call the dead star factor had come into play. Queen is in the middle of a major resurgence." The movie Wayne's World, which featured Bohemian Rhapsody, also came out in 1992. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, Queen had sold 34.5 million albums in the United States by 2004, about half of which had been sold since Mercury's death in 1991. Estimates of Queen's total worldwide record sales to date have been set as high as 300 million. In the United Kingdom, Queen have now spent more collective weeks on the UK album charts than any other musical act, including the Beatles, and Queen's Greatest Hits is the best-selling album of all time in the United Kingdom. Two of Mercury's songs, We Are the Champions and Bohemian Rhapsody, have also each been voted as the greatest song of all time in major polls by Sony Ericsson and Guinness World Records. Both songs have been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, Bohemian Rhapsody in 2004 and We Are the Champions in 2009. In October 2007, the video for Bohemian Rhapsody was voted the greatest of all time by readers of Q magazine. Since his death, Queen were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2001, and all four band members were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2003. Their Rock Hall of Fame citation reads, "In the golden era of glam rock and gorgeously hyper-produced theatrical extravaganzas that define one branch of 70s rock, no group came close in either concept or execution to Queen." The band were among the inaugural inductees into the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2004. They received the Ivor Novello Award for Outstanding Song Collection from the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers, and Authors in 2005, and in 2018 they were presented the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Posthumous Queen album. In November 1995, Mercury appeared posthumously on Queen's final album Made in Heaven. The album featured Mercury's previously unreleased final recordings from 1991, as well as outtakes from previous years and reworked versions of solo works by the surviving members. The album cover features the Freddie Mercury statue that overlooks Lake Geneva superimposed with Mercury's Duckhouse Lake cabin that he had rented. This is where he had written and recorded his last songs at Mountain Studios. The sleeve of the album contains the words, "Dedicated to the immortal spirit of Freddie Mercury." Featuring tracks such as Too Much Love Will Kill You and Heaven for Everyone, the album also contains the song Mother Love, the last vocal recording Mercury made prior to his death, which he completed using a drum machine, over which May, Taylor, and Deacon later added the instrumental track. After completing the penultimate verse, Mercury had told the band he wasn't feeling that great and stated, "I will finish it when I come back, next time." However, he never made it back into the studio, so May later recorded the final verse of the song. Tributes. A statue in Montreux, Switzerland, by sculptor Irina Sedlecka, was erected as a tribute to Mercury. It stands almost 10 feet, 3 meters, high overlooking Lake Geneva and was unveiled on November 25, 1996 by Mercury's father and Montserrat Caballé, with bandmates Brian May and Roger Taylor also in attendance. Beginning in 2003, fans from around the world have gathered in Switzerland annually to pay tribute to the singer as part of the Freddie Mercury Montreux Memorial Day on the first weekend of September. The Bearpark and Esh Colliery Band played at the Freddie Mercury statue on June 1, 2010. In 1997, the three remaining members of Queen released No One But You, Only the Good Die Young, a song dedicated to Mercury and all those that die too soon. In 1999, a Royal Mail stamp with an image of Mercury on stage was issued in his honor as part of the UK Postal Service's Millennium Stamp Series. In 2009, a star commemorating Mercury was unveiled in Feltham, West London, where his family moved upon arriving in England in 1964. The star in memory of Mercury's achievements was unveiled on Feltham High Street by his mother Jer Bulsara and Queen bandmate May. A statue of Mercury stood over the entrance to the Dominion Theatre in London's West End from May 2002 to May 2014 for Queen and Ben Elton's musical We Will Rock You. A tribute to Queen was on display at the Fremont Street Experience in downtown Las Vegas throughout 2009 on its video canopy. In December 2009, a large model of Mercury wearing tartan was put on display in Edinburgh as publicity for the run of We Will Rock You at the Playhouse Theatre. For Mercury's 65th birthday in 2011, Google dedicated their Google Doodle to him. It included an animation set to the Mercury-penned song, Don't Stop Me Now, referring to the late, great Freddie Mercury in their 2012 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction speech. Guns N' Roses quoted Mercury's lyrics from his song We Are the Champions. I've taken my bows, my curtain calls, you've brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it, and I thank you all. Tribute was paid to Queen and Mercury at the closing ceremony of the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. The band's performance of We Will Rock You with Jessie J was opened with a video of Mercury's call-and-response routine from 1986's Wembley Stadium performance, with the 2012 crowd at the Olympic Stadium responding appropriately. The frog genus Mercurana, discovered in 2013 in Kerala, India, was named as a tribute because Mercury's vibrant music inspires the authors. In addition, the site of the discovery is very near to where Mercury spent most of his childhood. A new species of damselfly from Brazil was named Tataragrion Freddie Mercury in his honor, with the etymology, I name this species after Freddie Mercury, artistic name of Farrokh Bulsara, 1946–1991. Superb and gifted musician and songwriter whose wonderful voice and talent still entertain millions of people around the world. On September 1, 2016, an English heritage blue plaque was unveiled at Mercury's home in 22 Gladstone Avenue in Feltham, West London by his sister Kashmira Cook and Brian May. Attending the ceremony, Karen Bradley, the UK Secretary of State for Culture, called Mercury one of Britain's most influential musicians, and added he is a global icon whose music touched the lives of millions of people around the world. On September 5, 2016, the 70th anniversary of Mercury's birth, asteroid 17473 Freddie Mercury was named after him. Issuing the certificate of designation to the charismatic singer, Joel Parker of the Southwest Research Institute added, Freddie Mercury sang, I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky, and now that is even more true than ever before. The airline Norwegian painted the tail fin of two of its aircraft with a portrait of Mercury to mark what would have been his 71st birthday in September 2017. Mercury is one of the company's 6 British tail fin heroes, alongside England's 1966 FIFA World Cup winning captain Bobby Moore, children's author Roald Dahl, novelist Jane Austen, pioneering pilot Amy Johnson, and aviation entrepreneur Sir Freddie Laker. Importance in AIDS history. As the first major rock star to die of AIDS, Mercury's death represented an important event in the history of the disease. In April 1992, the remaining members of Queen founded the Mercury Phoenix Trust and organized the Freddie Mercury Tribute Concert for AIDS Awareness, to celebrate the life and legacy of Mercury and raise money for AIDS research, which took place on April 20, 1992. The Mercury Phoenix Trust has since raised millions of pounds for various AIDS charities. The tribute concert, which took place at London's Wembley Stadium for an audience of 72,000, featured a wide variety of guests including Robert Plant, of Led Zeppelin, Roger Daltrey, of The Who, Extreme, Elton John, Metallica, David Bowie, Annie Lennox, Tony Iommi, of Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Elizabeth Taylor, George Michael, Def Leppard, Seal, Liza Minnelli, and U2, via satellite. Elizabeth Taylor spoke of Mercury as an extraordinary rock star who rushed across our cultural landscape like a comet shooting across the sky. The concert was broadcast live to 76 countries and had an estimated viewing audience of 1 billion people. Appearances and lists of influential individuals. Several popularity polls conducted over the past decade indicate that Freddie Mercury's reputation may, in fact, have been enhanced since his death. For instance, in a 2002 vote to determine who the UK public considers the greatest British people in history, Mercury was ranked 58 in the list of the 100 Greatest Britons, broadcast by the BBC. He was further listed at the 52nd spot in a 2007 Japanese national survey of the 100 most influential heroes. Despite the fact that he had been criticized by gay activists for hiding his HIV status, author Paul Russell included Mercury in his book The Gay 100, a ranking of the most influential gay men and lesbians, past and present. In 2008, Rolling Stone ranked Mercury 18 on its list of the top 100 singers of all time. Mercury was voted the greatest male singer in MTV's 22 Greatest Voices in Music. In 2011, a Rolling Stone Reader's Pick placed Mercury in second place of the magazine's best lead singers of all time. Portrayal on stage. On November 24, 1997, a monodrama about Freddie Mercury's life, titled Mercury, The Afterlife and Times of a Rock God, opened in New York City. It presented Mercury in the hereafter, examining his life, seeking redemption and searching for his true self. The play was written and directed by Charles Messina, and the part of Mercury was played by Khalid Gonsalves, Napal Gonsalves, and then later, Amir Darvish. Billy Squier opened one of the shows with an acoustic performance of a song he had written about Mercury titled I Have Watched You Fly. In 2016, a musical titled Royal Vauxhall premiered at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern in Vauxhall, London. Written by Desmond O'Connor, the musical told the alleged tales of the nights that Mercury, Kenny Everett and Princess Diana spent out at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern in London in the 1980s. Following several successful runs in London, the musical was taken to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in August 2016, starring Tom Giles as Mercury. Portrayal in film and television. The 2018 biographical film Bohemian Rhapsody was, at its release, the highest-grossing musical biographical film of all time. Mercury was portrayed by Rami Malek. Malek's performance was praised. He received the Golden Globe for Best Actor, Drama, and while the film received mixed reviews and contained historical inaccuracies, it won the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, Drama. Mercury appeared as a supporting character in the BBC television drama Best Possible Taste, The Kenny Everett Story, first broadcast in October 2012. He was portrayed by actor James Floyd. He was played by actor John Blunt in the Freddie Mercury Story, Who Wants to Live Forever, first broadcast in the UK on Channel 5 in November 2016. Although the program was criticized for focusing on Mercury's love life and sexuality, Blunt's performance and likeness to the singer did receive praise. In 2018, David Avery portrayed Mercury in the Urban Myths comedy series in an episode focusing on the antics backstage at Live Aid, and Kevin Novak portrayed Mercury in an episode titled The Sex Pistols vs. Bill Grundy. He was also portrayed by Eric McCormack, as the character Will Truman, on Will and Grace in the October 2018 episode titled Tex in the City. Will once wanted to be Freddie Mercury in a talent show when he was little, but his mother forbade it, leading to Will dressing as Mercury at the end of Jack's grandson's talent show in Texas.